I beat my ticket, bitch. I beat my ticket, bitch. I beat my ticket, bitch. Victory dab! I beat my ticket, bitch. I beat my ticket, bitch. Alright. What's up, Turk fans? Coming at you with another video today. If you don't remember, we probably don't, a few months ago, I got a ticket, which was bullshit. And I was like, this ticket's bullshit. And if I have to pay for this ticket, I'm gonna be mad. And my boss was like, don't worry, bruh. We got this ticket on us, baby. Don't worry about it. You all Gucci. I got you. I pay for dinner. I buy wine. Don't worry. I pay for your ticket. I get you that Uber home. Don't worry about it, baby. And then I was like, all right, whatever. And my boss was like, oh, Luke, don't even worry about it. You don't even have to show up. I'll take care of everything at the court. Don't worry about it. Gucci Mane. And I was like, all right, but I'm still going to go. So got up, looked all good, got my shave on. Oh. Shout out to DSZ Barbers in Nyack, hooking a brother up with that whoosh, crescent cut. All right, but enough of that shit. Seriously, though, I'm happy. Beat the ticket. Ended up, not beat it, but they were just like, they just dismissed it. They were like, this is stupid. So you don't have to get a ticket anymore. And I was like, yes. But the downside of all this was that I had to drive with my dad, and I had to talk with my dad the whole time, who is always interesting to talk to say the least. So this video is going to be kind of like balancing, like the balancing act between like trying to be a liberal and like living a liberal life, and then having this like ultra Trump bumper sticker conservative fucking dad, right? Because it gets a little annoying sometimes, but sometimes it's productive. Like today, we had some decent conversations without getting too crazy mad at each other or anything like that. Managed to sit through a car ride or 2 car rides and lunch or lunch dinner, patented, Turk the Pally patented. But we managed to get through it without like any major fights or anything like that. And just wanted to talk to you about some of the stuff we talked about. So one of the things we talked about big time was like racism, him being a racist, him being a conservative, and then trying to live his life not being defined that way, even though that's kind of how he defines himself, even though he doesn't want to admit it. But so one of the things we talked about was how it's hard to speak about racism as an issue if you're white, because you kind of get like guilted into this like, why are you even talking about it? Like, you guys are the ones that did it. You guys don't get to talk about it. Like, you did it, so you're not gonna make it worse, so just stay out of it. And so that's kind of like the first initial like barrier that kind of like everybody has to face, right? Unless so you get lucky and you have someone who's actually willing to have a discussion with you. Wow. But that's the first thing. And then the second thing is for him, more specifically, is because he's this fucking conservative guy, right? People just like lump him in with all the right-wing terrorists and fucking alt-right and all this other shit. And yeah, I mean, he's got like some pretty crazy ideas and shit, but he's not racist. He's not radical, like anything like that. Like, he's not fucking like when he's home by himself, he's not like watching fucking whatever show or watching football, and it's like, why'd you pass it to the fucking? It's like, you should have passed it to the white guy. White guys can run. It's not like he's like fucking doing that like in his spare time or anything crazy. Like, he's just a fucking conservative. It's not. He's not racist. Like, it makes me think about when Conor McGregor called Floyd Mayweather boy, just because like, I mean, that's just like fucking Irish, like boy and lad. That's just like what they use. It's like, imagine him saying it like in his Irish accent. And it's like, oh, don't you know, lad? Or like, oh, don't you know, boy? It's like, it's just kind of like how they fucking talk. And everyone was like, Conor McGregor's a racist. And he's like, bro, so everybody in Ireland's a racist, like I don't know what you like. Why is everyone going after me right now? It's like, do you not understand like how mutual respect works? And it's like, I don't need to, like, he didn't even like have like, I don't even need to play this like, oh, I've got a black friend card, because my black friends know that I don't need to pull that because they respect me, because I respect them. It's not like you need to have like, oh, here's my token black friend to defend me. It's like, that's probably not helping the argument. And so he has to deal with, people just kind of hating him for all these different reasons, and like not really getting to like the core of the issue. Like they keep like hopping to like these different things that they dislike about him that they try and associate together, and then just do all that hopping around instead of just like getting like, well, I don't like you because of this. It's like, when you could just say that, but instead they're trying to like fucking wishy-washy, fumble around all over the place, right? And he's just not the kind of guy that like deals with stuff like that really that well, surprise, surprise. So when, I wonder where I get it from, right? So when he, talks with these guys, he just ends up like fucking shutting them down, just like, whatever, get away from me, like, you're a fucking idiot, like, get out of here. But it's a shame, because he just has ideas that are so similar to what some of these other guys think that it just sounds like a racist-y type thing, but it's not. So he had an argument that recently that he was telling me about, and it was like, the argument at the end of the day came down to separation of church and state. And my dad was on the side, actually, surprisingly, of separation of church and state. Like, no political shit, no donation shit. We're a nonprofit. Like, there are other people that fucking donate to politicians and bullshit, but we're not one of them. It's like, and that was really it. It's like, they tried to pin it on his like nationalism. It's like, oh, well, you can put up American flags everywhere, and you can put up whatever banners you want, when in reality his like American flag things are just because like he loves America. Our church, we've got Indians, Filipinos, blacks, whites. We've got a lot of people in it. It's not like, we're like all white church. Like, it's like, no, it's not like anyone inside thinks my dad's like a fucking white nationalist or anything like that. And, the banners he puts up, if I would tell him, we talked in this video about my fucking differences in politics with him, and so, if he had like political shit, I would tell him to fucking put it down. It's like, and he really doesn't do that. If anything, he just gets like a little over it with like Christmas decorations and like different holidays and shit. Like, he'll have, like, happy this, merry this, celebrate this, whatever other, BS, right? So it's, they try and come after him as like a, it's like, oh, well, you could do all these, but once someone does something you don't like, and it's like, no, I put up holiday shit and like American flag shit. No Trump like American flag, nothing like that, just like American flags, or put an American flag on the pole like we have, and fucking, it just sucks. And and then the other thing I remembered after I forgot for a second is, it's like, they try to make it about like one of the ladies that was complaining was African American, and they try and make it like a race thing with him, and it's like this is more recently happened. This isn't like, this is the last like 3 years, and it's like, up until this last 3 years, the 15, 20 years we've known you've never once thought I was a racist, like, ever. But now, like, that you don't like whatever I'm doing, you're just going like, oh, you won't do it because you're racist. It's like, what the fuck is that? Where is that coming from, But that's a bit of it, and I'll see you tomorrow for another video. Oh, yeah, that's the way the news goes. I love that.
Hold up.